Doing, guys? I'm going to church now, but I'm reminded of something that one of the coaches, Coach Morgan Mamila, once said that it's possible to play Sundowns and you play pound for pound, tit for tat, toe to toe. 90% of South African fans attacked him, and he justified his statement. He said, maybe some people did not listen. He said, what is it that Sundowns does when they have the ball? They play the ball and they attack you. But why don't you attack them when you have the ball? Why don't you put the same players that would attack, similar players like them, and you attack them when you have the ball? And people started to attack him. They called him names and everything. But did you see the game of yesterday? This doesn't mean Sundowns now is in the level of Chippa. That's not what I'm saying. But the game of yesterday was exactly a tit for tat. They would even if you listen to the post-match interview by Ukai, he said, we knew that we would suffer without the ball. Sundowns will keep the ball. But when we had the ball, we knew what to do with the ball. Exactly the same words that Coach Morgan Mamila said 4 years ago. That when you have the ball, attack them back. Keep the ball. Frustrate them with the ball. Now we have seen that Sundowns is a team that can be frustrated without the ball. When Coach Morgan Mamila said it, we thought he's lying and we insulted him. We called him names. Some of them, we even called him TD Jakes. He must go to church and be a preacher and what and what and what. That's what people were saying. But if you look at the game, what he saw, even if he didn't do it by himself, the fact that he saw it, and he said it at the time when Sundowns was very scary. It was very difficult to play Sundowns in those days. It was that Sundowns of Shalulile scoring 3 goals in a game. That Sundowns of dominating position with 81 points. But look at what they did yesterday. When they have the ball, Nwabali will spread it to Ndlovu. Ndlovu, Kamich, come back to Goodman, Musele. Musele will play it Siabi. What a game by Siabi no Musele, by the way. You look at both of them, they played, those guys, they played to minimize Allende and Otebza. That way, some people would not see it. It was good, a very good game by those two pivots of Chippa. They would share the ball and it would go to the other side of X stall. Wow, what a game. Chippa played exactly the same way Sundowns doesn't want other teams to play. The Sundowns wants to enjoy their game alone. They want to deny you space and time to move the ball, to do what you want to do, so that when you get the ball, you just bamboozle it forward, and then they would get it and play it. But look at what Chippa did. It's exactly what Coach Morgan Mamila did. I think probably they sat down with Coach Snare Upatela and they talked about it and they looked at the weaknesses of Mamelodi Sundowns, and they started to see where they would punch the loopholes of Mamelodi Sundowns. Yes, Sundowns is still a giant team, but what Chippa did, taking the game to Sundowns, I think I will watch that game again and try to analyze and see, write some notes from that game, because that's the best game to define a Goliath versus a David, and a David taking a point from the mouth of the Goliath. How? Hi guys, Chippa played very well. There is no part where Chippa was, there is no part of the field where Chippa looked uncomfortable. They were comfortable everywhere. Even if Sundowns was pressing them, they would play. They would continue to play. Sundowns being Sundowns, but Chippa not afraid to play them. That's good. And me, for now, I'm giving credit to coaching. Both Coach Snare Patela and Coach Morgan Mamila. I'm not sure if he's still part of Chippa, but I'm saying what he said, people should start to consider that Sundowns is beatable. Sundowns is playable. Pound for pound all the way. If you are going to play Sundowns, I'm not sure about Pirates next week. But a pound for pound can help you against Sundowns. They hate pound for pound. You could see Sundowns players sometimes when they don't have the ball, more especially when the ball is with Kaya, who was more creative for Chippa. And Kaya is comfortable. He's calm. I've known him for years now, since he was young. He's calm. He's like that. So it was more tactical for for Chippa to have Kaya, to hold the ball more, rotate the ball. And they did not look afraid of Sundowns. They did not even, by 1%, they did not look afraid of Sundowns. Not in any part of the field, whether at the back, whether in the sides, whether in the mid, they played perfectly. And this Chippa, zizokhala ephondweni, zizokhala. If you're going to play East London or a PE at Gqeberha, Chippa is gonna slaughter you alive. It's gonna slaughter you alive.